T-minus 1 minute.
Rock, report range status.
This is Rock. Range is green.
Here's button 25 here, which is launch
And the range operations controller reports that the range is green.
of JPSS-1 atop of Delta 2. And this is second last Delta 2 ever to be to launch. 40 seconds to launch. So I apologize, but I'm recording this on my tablet, so I don't know how this will turn out. But
T-minus 30 seconds.
PC, so I'm a bit
Go
problems.
Delta. Go JPSS.
I will do this every now and then. Just okay, it is recording just fine.
Minus 20 seconds.
Launch conductor Scott Bonnet reports a green board. Everyone is go.
T-minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, engine
ignition.
1.
SRB ignition and lift off of the lift off of the penultimate Delta 2.
Polar Satellite System 1, making the U.S. a more weather-ready nation.
Delta 2 is proceeding on a flight azimuth
So the main engine
196 degrees.
is on 6 of the 9 SRBs as well.
Looking good. Also seeing a good symmetric burn across all 6 ground-lit solids.
We're listening to the voice of Patrick Moore, ULA flight commentator. 33 seconds into flight, the Delta II rocket will reach Mach 1, breaking the speed of sound.
30 seconds. Chamber pressure on main engine and veneer engines continue to look good.
Vernier,
Now passing
the
Mach 1,
little
Delta
things
2 is
used
now
to
supersonic.
At
adjust
49
directions,
seconds, Delta II
also
will encounter
such as
Very
low.
symmetric burn across all 6 ground-lit
maximum
solids.
aerodynamic pressure, or max Q.
There you can see that I
This is the
presume
point where the mechanical stress in the rocket
Now
reaches
passing
its peak.
48 seconds. Max
the
Q,
aerodynamical
maximum
stress I'd say
pressure.
would be the best way to put it actually. It's mechanical. But
The 6 ground-lit solid rocket motors will burn out about 64 seconds into flight.
Tail off.
they will separate in kind of three.
The 3 airlit motors will ignite a second and a half later.
And we have burnout and ignition of the 3 airlit solids.
Seeing if I can see the actual
Approaching
separated
the
solid
jettison
behind
of the Delta II graphite epoxy solid rocket motors in
Oh, so they
3
have-
sequences of 3.
Box injector
The
pressure.
first 3 will fall away 1 minute 26 seconds into
Okay,
flight,
so
followed a second later
right, so
by
they've
the
just
next.
burned out and
Now 1 minute 25 seconds into flight.
okay,
And we have
3.
good jettison of all 6 groundlit solids.
Good. Now if you could show us a camera shot.
The final 3
appreciate-
airlit motors will continue to burn until they are jettisoned 2 minutes 11 seconds into flight.
1 minute 40 seconds into flight. Chamber pressure
I'm just
on
trying
the
to
main
remember which.
engine.
I think
Both
the
veneer
last Delta
engines
2 launch
continue
I've
to
seen was
remain very
SMAP.
stable. Gas
SMAP.
generator fuel and LOX injector pressure is also looking very good.
And we're standing
Now
by
passing
for the
2
jettison of the final 3 solid rocket motors.
Chamber
So that's
pressure
just
is on the airlit solids
Delta
tailing off
core
in
stage and
preparation for
the second
burnout.
stage.
And we have burnout of the airlit solids and
And
good
separation.
jettison of all 3 airlit solids.
Here's what the last.
And the booster LOX tank press valve has been opened. LOX tank ullage pressure response looks good.
2 minutes 30 seconds into the flight of Delta.
I'm just watching. I'm just
And
going
main
to the list
engine
of
and
Delta 2
veneer engine
launches.
chamber pressures continue to remain very stable.
Once again, listening to Patrick Moore, United Launch Alliance flight commentator.
Now 2 minutes 50 seconds into flight, now passing Mach 10.
The next major milestone, main engine cutoff, or MECO. The first stage RS-27A main engine.
Into flight. Engine operating parameters on main engine and both engines continue to look good.
MECO is scheduled for 4 minutes 20 seconds
That's
after liftoff.
JPSS. No, well,
That
the
will be
launch wasn't in
followed.
2016, that's for sure.
Minutes 20 seconds in flight. Just 1 minute remaining now until main engine cutoff.
Yeah, so it was SMAP in
And vehicle body
January
rates
of
have smoothed out
2015.
nicely now as the vehicle continues to climb through the upper atmosphere.
Yes, it's basically seen the last. Like,
9
Over
seconds
where?
after MECO, we'll have separation of the first and second stages of the Delta.
Into flight. Main engine chamber pressure looks good. Both veneer engine chamber pressures continue to look good. Gas generator fuel and LOX injector pressures remain very stable. Vehicle body rates also looking very good. at 4 minutes into flight, about 20 seconds remaining until main engine cutoff. Following main engine cutoff, the Veneer engines will continue to burn for a few additional seconds to maintain attitude control, leading up to stage separation. Standing by for main engine cutoff momentarily. And we have MECO, main engine cutoff.
Pretty soon stage separation, the second.
And MECO, Veneer engine cutoff. And we have good indication of stage separation, standing by for stage 2 ignition.
I'd say it's ignition judgment the way the plume
first
kind
and second stage, the Delta II have separated.
did a thing.
Stage chamber pressure looks good.
Yep, I'd say it was
And ignition of the second stage.
And we have a good indication of fairing jettison. And vehicle body rates have smoothed out nicely from the staging events. Now 4 minutes 50 seconds into flight. The first burn of the second stage will last just under 6 minutes.
The payload fairing that protected NOAA's JPSS-1 during its dynamic flight through the atmosphere has been jettisoned, exposing JPSS-1 to space for the first time.
This first burn of 4 for the second stage on Delta II will position NOAA's JPSS-1 in its correct orbit. The third burn will position a series of CubeSats in their proper orbit, and the fourth burn will be a disposal burn of the Delta II second stage. All of these burns happening over the next hour and 45 minutes.
Now passing 5 minutes 30 seconds into flight. About 5 minutes remaining in the first burn of the second stage. Vehicle body rates.
I think you can see the two fairing has, or that could be the first stage. I'm not
chamber pressure on the second stage. Engine looks good. Hydraulic system pressure on the second stage also looking good. Fuel and oxidizer feed line pressures remain very stable in nominal values.
Six minutes.
Now passing 6 minutes into flight.
Listening to Patrick Moore, ULA flight commentator.
And now passing 6 minutes 30 seconds into flight. 4 minutes remaining until engine cutoff. Second stage engine continues to perform well. Chamber pressure remains very stable. Fuel and oxidizer feed line pressures also remain very stable within family. Hydraulic system pressure also remaining stable. And seeing a nice decay profile on the helium bottle pressure, as expected.
Recapping where we are.
Well, we're in space by this point, aren't we?
The Delta II rocket launched at 1:47:36 a.m. Pacific Time, carrying the Joint Polar Satellite System 1. Inside a payload fairing atop of the rocket, the Delta II first and second stage engine with 9 solid rocket motors.
7 minutes 30 seconds into flight.
And the Delta second stage have performed well.
Rates remaining very smooth, close to zero on roll pitch and yaw body rates. Second stage engine continues to perform well. Chamber pressures and fuel and oxidizer feed line pressures continue to look good.
Basically, everything is nominal. Everything is nominal.
Now 8 minutes into flight.
Coming up on 2 minutes till second stage engine cutoff number 1 at 10 minutes 30 seconds after launch.
And just under 2 minutes remaining now in the first burn of the second stage.
I'm fine. Just slowly choking to death.
9 minutes into flight. NOAA's JPSS-1 satellite atop the Delta II second stage.
Now just over 1 minute remaining in the first burn. Second stage engine continues to perform well. Chamber pressure well within expected values. Fuel and oxidizer feedline pressures also remain very stable. Hydraulic system pressure within the expected range. And body rates continue to remain very smooth, close to null for all body rates.
So basically, everything is fine, everything is fine, everything is fine.
Second stage engine cut
As I will say, I probably will not record the separation, really don't know how much this recording software could take. So basically wait until second stage engine cut off and then...
And standing by for SECO 1 in approximately 8 seconds.
So about now. Let's face it, you guys all know what separation from Delta looks like.
And we have engine cutoff.
Okay, that hasn't updated.
Vehicle body rate response is damping out nicely from the cutoff event.
Yep.
And as you hear from Patrick Moore from United Launch Alliance, SECO 1 is confirmed, beginning a coast phase of just over 40 minutes. The engine will reignite at about 2:38 a.m. Pacific time, 50 minutes, 47 seconds into flight.
This first coast of the second stage should last approximately 40 minutes.
We are awaiting some key milestones in the mission. NOAA's JPSS-1 is scheduled to be deployed at 2:44 a.m. The JPSS-1 solar array is expected to be deployed by 2:50 a.m. And 5 CubeSats are scheduled to be ejected from the Delta II beginning at 3:08 a.m.
And in just a moment, we will be pleased to be joined by United Launch Alliance Program Manager Scott Messer to talk about the success of today's launch.
Yes, yeah, that was the launch of JPSS-1 on top of Delta II. I'm Biden25. Goodbye.